Our bread and butter is stocks and bonds, but investing, as we know, extends well beyond Wall Street and Bay Street. And for some, art has proven to be a recession-resistant investment. Heffel Gallery is currently holding an exhibition ahead of its big spring auction collection taking place May 23rd. It will feature more than 90 works from Canadian and international artists, estimated to have a total value of somewhere between $15 and $20 million. Art expert Robert Heffel here in studio to talk more with us about the business of collecting. Thanks very much for coming in.
Thank you so much for having us.
It's always a good opportunity to talk about the world beyond Wall Street or Bay Street. What's the first thing to know for those who are curious about investing in the art world?
I mean, I liked what you said. Art over a long period of time has proven to be a very good investment. Many of your viewers are clients of ours, but we do monthly online auctions, twice yearly live auctions, and we're always bringing in new collectors to the market. If you go to heffel.com, there's an incredible amount of information there. We have a complimentary art price database that goes back 30 years that shows you what artworks have sold for at Heffel for the past 30 years, and you can see a definite, the graph goes like this.
Yeah, and is the storyline of the art investor, has that evolved over time? I mean, we're now in a world where I think a lot more people can very quickly view the art world because of the internet, for example, but they can also become familiar with the world of investing in art as well.
Yeah, I mean, we've been doing this now for almost 30 years, art auctions, and we were one of the first in the world to do online auctions in 1999. And I can tell you that first art auction was, maybe $20,000, but we saw the potential. We were literally one of the first worldwide, Heffel, to do online art auctions. And today our online auctions are, they gross over $2-3 million. This big live auction that's coming up on Thursday, May 23rd, you can watch it online at heffel.com, but we've built a digital sale room, a sale room that we have people attending that are bidding live in the room. We have telephone bidders, but we have real-time online bidding. So it's like a live auction with online bidding, and we're the only ones in Canada that have our own technology that does this. And so you watch a real-time feed of video, and you bid live real-time. It's incredible.
And how would you characterize the art investor in 2024? Obviously, you're dealing with customers around the world, so there's that. But I think the other thing, and we see this in our coverage too, there's a new generation of equity investors constantly interested in what's happening in the stock market. Is there a younger demographic that's interested in art as well?
As I said, every month we do monthly online auctions. Yeah. Every month we have new registrants. A lot of those new registrants are younger collectors. So we have a broader range of collectors, millennials, Gen Xers, baby boomers. So, we're bringing in a lot of, we at Heffel, we're doing new categories, and that's bringing in new collectors as well.
And the idea of being recession resistant, like if you had to try to figure out why it doesn't follow the same cycles that we obsess over, in covering the markets, what is it? Just the uniqueness, the rarity?
Uniqueness, rarity at this auction. We have incredible paintings that have come to market for the first time or haven't been in market for many times. You can buy a painting at a Heffel auction, put it on your wall, enjoy it, tune out the noise. Forget the noise, put it on your wall, enjoy it. 10, 20 years from now, you're going to be very happy, and you keep it for your whole life. 20, 30 years from now, you're going to have a Heffel expert calling you, asking you to sell your masterpiece.
Knock at the door
and
again.
You're not going to want to. You're going to want to keep it, and you're going to know how much money it's worth. It's going to gone up over that period of time, and that's what I've talked about all this infrastructure that we've built. Yeah. That's what our business is built on, is getting great Canadian paintings, great international paintings.
Well, let's stay on that before I let you go, because you were kind enough to bring a few examples to our studio, and so Tom Thompson, very well-known artist, has a piece, Colorful Maples.
Yes. And
this is part of the auction.
Yes.
You talked about, how these pieces over time increase in value.
Yeah.
Can you give us a sense on the value associated with this one?
The Tom Thompson Colorful Maples is consigned from the legendary, the estate of Torben V. Christensen. The estimate's conservative is $700,000 to $900,000. Heffel holds the record for Tom Thompson at auctions, $2.2 million. Every indication is this painting is going to do very well. It comes from the, as I said, the Torben Christensen legendary collector dealer, and it's a beautiful painting.
Emily Carr, also an incredible Canadian artist. The War Canoes piece is also as part of this auction.
Yeah.
Give us the backstory here, too.
Emily Carr, War Canoes, Alert Bay. This is a watercolor, this is a watercolor that she would have done on location. In the year 2000, Heffel sold the oil and canvas version of this painting for $1 million. That painting's now in the Audain Art Museum. In the year 2000, when we sold that painting for $1 million, that was only the second painting in Canada to sell for over $1 million. Today, I was just checking the stats before I came on this show. Heffel has now sold over 100 paintings for over $1 million in Canada. And that shows you how much the market has grown. And this painting is estimated at $500,000 to $700,000. And again, every indication is the painting is going to do really well.
Before we let you go, any pieces of advice, a piece of advice you would give to people who are now curious based on what you're saying, and what's an important thing to think about as an art investor?
Go to our website, heffel.com. There's a plethora of information. We have this price database that shows you what things are worth. The auction market is very transparent. It's very, very open and transparent. Our previews are on this weekend in Toronto. Come by and see us, talk about great art. And as I said, buy the great painting, forget the noise, put it in your wall and enjoy it. And we'll be calling you in 20 years.
So you're saying long-term thinking is a good piece of advice, the way a lot of stock market investors think as well. All right.